Just 20 examples of the Reventon went on sale, with the 21st being built for display at Lamborghini's museum. Costing $1,350,000 and looking more like a stealth fighter, this is the ultimate weapon in destroying motoring preconceptions. To ensure the Reventon was at least as fast as the LP640, its engine has been tuned to develop even more power. All-wheel drive and low-profile 245 front and 335 rear Pirellis help keep this wannabe aircraft agile on the ground. Looking at the car, you can still see traces of the murcielago underneath all the aggressive, angular panels. The front is now dominated by two large air intakes that help cool the brakes. The angular nose is mimicked in the now obligatory transparent engine cover and the rear spoiler.
All units in pursuit of a Zonda.
Confirmed. Suspect is exceeding all posted limits. Requesting assistance.
Confirmed, Patrol. Intercept the unit en route. Central Command has authorized the use of all available equipment and resources for this pursuit. Use any means necessary to stop him. Move in. Weapon system third operative. Use direct force. EMP activated. Acquiring target lock.
Roger that. 1071 received. Colonel Pursuit Unit, you're clear to engage.
This is Roadblock Patrol 1. We're on to and standing by. Over.
Weapon systems are down. Suspect is using a jammer.
Suspect is heavily damaged. Moving in for the arrest.
The suspects are now under arrest. Bring them in for processing. All units, we have an emergency call on 3 Points Road. Interceptor, move in to investigate.
Roger that. Aerial Pursuit Unit engaging.
are down, rerouting communications. Suspect is using a jammer. Suspect vehicles have been stopped. Good job, officer. Eyes on target.
Suspect has been issued with a speeding ticket and fine.
Spike strip deployed.
I got him.
All units, you are clear to use spike strips. I repeat, spike strips are now authorized. Over.
Lamborghini dispatched.
Roadblock is deployed directly ahead of you.
Roger that. Aerial pursuit unit engaging.
EMP activated, acquiring target lock. All units, weapon systems are down, rerouting communications. All units, local EMPs are authorized for use. Weapon systems are down. Suspect is using a jammer.
This is Roadblock Patrol. We are on scene and standing by. Over.
That's confirmed. Your roadblock is in position. custody. This thing is over.
At the beginning of the 90s, the Diablo replaced the Countach and was yet again the showcase for Lamborghini's now legendary V12 engines. The name, which means devil, is a return to using names of famous fighting bulls, with Diablo noted as being particularly ferocious. In 1993, the specialized Diablo VT was released. The VT, or viscous traction, highlights the inclusion of all-wheel drive, which would be a feature of almost all of Lamborghini's future cars. However, when the Diablo SV was created in 1995, it was based on the original Diablo and was therefore rear-wheel drive. With the SV or Sport Veloce name, which had only been used once before, it did include an upgraded engine capable of delivering 510 horsepower, larger brakes, and a new 3-piece adjustable spoiler. The original brief for the Diablo was to build a car capable of at least 196 miles per hour. In 1991, the original Diablo was briefly the fastest production car in the world, with a top speed of 202 miles per hour. With an optional SV logo on the side, other distinguishing features include dual instead of quad front fog lamps, front brake cooling ducts, and 2 massive air takes on the engine cover.
Situation on Eagle Crest Road.
I've made contact. He has sustained some damage.
Spike strip deployed at your location.
Roger that. There is pursuit unit engaging. We're on the
Suspect has hit the roadblock. All units move in for the arrest. Repeat, move in for the bust. All units, roadblock unit report hit and run. Backup requested.
Spike strip has failed to slow the target.
I don't think that's the last we'll see of him. Roadblock unit dispatch, please advise on target position.
You got it. Roadblock in position ahead.
This is aerial pursuit.
Suspect has evaded the spike strip. Repeat, suspect evaded spike strip. Maintain pursuit.
Roadblock has been passed. The roadblock has been passed. Suspect is still running. This is aerial pursuit. Hit confirmed. Target immobilized. Watch the road. Those racers are using spikes.
Spike strip deployed. Right, we are